Hey everyone, welcome back to Howstuffinmycarworks. This is Jade, and I'm going to be explaining how the starting system works. So first we're going to start off talking about the diagram over here. We have the battery, the ignition switch, we're going to have the starting relay, the neutral safety switch, the starter, the starting solenoid, there's going to be the next gear, and then of course we're going to be having the negative and the positive battery cables, and there's going to be the thicker one and the smaller one that we're going to be talking about. So moving towards explaining what each part is, the battery stores and supplies the voltage, but it also connects to the vehicle electrical system. So next is the ignition switch, which powers on the car and accessories, and then it also brings power to the starter. So next will be the neutral safety switch, and it's supposed to prevent your car from starting when it's in gear. So for example, if your car is automatic, you won't be able to start until you are parked or neutral. But if you're in manual, you won't be able to start until you push the clutch in. So the last part, which is the most important part, is the starter, which provides the initial movement for the engine to start. So going to the diagram, I'm going to be explaining a little bit more how it all works. So for the battery, we have the thicker negative and positive battery cables, and they both connect to the starter in different places. So following the small positive cable cord, it leads to the ignition switch, and when you crank your key, it will send a signal towards the starting relay. But it won't start because it needs a connection which is connected to the neutral safety switch. So to close the neutral safety switch current, you have to be for an automatic either in park and neutral, like I said, or for if you're a manual, the clutch has to be pushed in. So when the circuit is closed, it starts another current that flows towards the starting solenoid. So the bigger cable will always have power, but the little one will not have power unless you start the engine. So when there's power to the starter, it will start the next gear, and it has two things it does. It starts spinning and then it pushes out, which will engage to the flywheel. A good example to illustrate what it does is like a cuckoo clock or a watch with its gears. I think we're really grateful to have this system in our cars because back in the olden days, let's just say picture you in a black and white video. To start your car back then, you actually had to do a hands-on rotating a handle for it to start. But we're sick of it raining and for you to do that outside of your car. With this system, you will be in your car. So we are very blessed today to have this. Like I said in my last video, history is really important. And I think knowing cars and how they evolve is also important to know. So now that you know, stay tuned for next week because I'm going to be explaining something new for you all.